Sexy looking right now, huh? Hey guys, it's Karen. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hello. I'm so glad you clicked on this video. Usually I'm made up at this point and then taking you through like a tutorial or something, but I wanted to talk about relationships and dating and different things today because I am a counselor. I do a lot of counseling, but a lot of that relationship advice out there is, a lot of it's not good. And I thought that I would share with you what I know and what I've learned and what I've studied for years. So if that's something you want to see, then keep on watching. I've got my damp beauty blender here and I'm going to take some concealer and go over my eyes. So the no contact rule, I'm sure you guys have seen this. Now, if you were in a relationship and it didn't work out, one broke up with you or ghosted you, which by the way, don't even get me started on how disrespectful that is. Ghosting someone, I mean, if someone's toxic and abusing you, that's one reason to ghost them and just put an end to it and block them. But if you're not feeling someone and something's not going right, be the adult and say that, you know? And it might sting and hurt the other person for a minute, but at least they're not wondering what they did wrong, if they even did anything wrong. Do you know what I mean? Let's talk about the no contact rule. So you were in a relationship, one either got desperate and wanted attention, wanted to know what was going on, maybe you guys were fighting, you know, and they stopped messaging you and you were kind of left stranded and you want them back. You want to know what's going on. You're not sure you want to end the relationship. So you just stop talking to them. And then after a couple days, that other person's wondering why you're not messaging them anymore. And they're like, so they reach out to you and you immediately respond, or you just continue with no contact. Now that leaves curiosity in both of your minds. What is the other person doing? What's going on here? And that curiosity actually leads to you playing a game instead of being honest with yourself. You either want to pursue something with someone, unsure of pursuing something with someone, or you want a different direction. But everyone here seems to be wanting to play the game of, well, I want them to want me, and then I'll just make up my mind later. That is disrespectful and it's wrong. And essentially it's not going to get you what you want, because you can follow that dating advice that everybody seems to, want to give out. But here's the problem. You're playing a game at that point instead of actually being true to yourself and true to the person that, you want to be with or you want to still have contact with. Does that make sense? There's a reason we cut people out of our lives. And if you're just not interested in them, it's best to just say that in a polite and healthy way, because it's too easy with being online and social media to just ghost someone because you're not feeling them and you're not into them, and then they don't know what happened. And imagine if that was done to you. How would you feel about it if somebody ghosted you? Again, like I was saying, if somebody has abused you or it was toxic to you, then yes, absolutely cut them out of your life and ghost them. But if we're hanging out with someone, just started dating someone, and you were not feel like it's going in the direction that you wanted to go, just say something about it. Say, hey, I've enjoyed talking with you and getting to know you, but, there's somebody else in my life that I think I want to pursue. And, I thought maybe we could just be friends. That is the absolute best thing you can do rather than blow them off. My advice is you are not ready to date if you don't have a fulfilling life. Now, mind you, we're made for relationships. So wanting to be with someone or have a partner is perfectly normal and healthy. But if you are one of those people that are waiting by the phone for someone to message you, or, you need to have a person in your life to feel validated, take a step back and focus on yourself. What do you do in your spare time? Do you have any hobbies? Do you work out? Do you take care of yourself? Do you love yourself? Is there anything you need to change about yourself? That is essentially starting your life. If you don't do these things already, you've got to figure out your likes and your wants and take care of you before you can get into a healthy relationship. Once you're comfortable and you've established your life, then you can start the possibility of dating. Now, you don't have to be 100%. You know, let's say you just broke up with someone a couple months ago, whatever, but you kind of feel like you're ready to get back out there. There's nothing wrong with testing the waters, but you do want to have your life in order. And that includes everything. You know, get your finances in order, get your goals in order, you know, start a vision board. If you're just were lost in your last relationship, and you know how you just get so lost in that relationship, you forget what your own likes and wants was. Well, maybe you're a new person now and you have new likes and new wants, but you need to rediscover those things. And you need to be happy with yourself without being with someone else, because only you can make you happy. You know, there's fulfilling relationships and all that, but you're not ready for it if you're at this point in your life where you're like, I don't even know what I like anymore. No, you need to go back and focus on you first. Being in a relationship does not give you value. I don't even know if I want to use this palette. Your value comes from within you, and the right person will add value to your life. Let's get this straight. You don't need to be in a relationship to be valued. You have value. And when you get into a relationship, that person will add value to your life. So now that we've talked about the shady crappiness of people that will ghost, let me tell you, not everyone is going to treat you the way that you want to be treated. So if someone does wind up, you guys were talking and all of a sudden you're not, could be a lot of reasons. Could be they're super busy right now, but you don't want to keep contacting them for the simple fact that they're not meeting you halfway. And that could be for several reasons. One, they're not interested in you, or two, they're super busy, or they may just not care and ghost you. So don't expect an explanation from everyone. I'm telling you that the best way to go about things might be to give an explanation, not to just ghost someone because it's rude. But you don't know what that other person is thinking or doing. They may not see anything wrong with it. It's just so common nowadays that they ghost you. So if they do, move on. They weren't meant for you to begin with. Now let's talk about the dangers of the people out there that call themselves doctors and cast spells. Now, this has been on my heart and my mind for a while now, and it truly pisses me off. But I have a Facebook page that talks about relationships, and I post a lot of random things on there, and I'll get a lot of messages and things like that. But people are always advertising Dr. So-and-so got my ex back for me, and all of this and all of that, and I have to block them. And I'll tell you what right now, they're preying off of your vulnerabilities. Let me tell you, casting spells, it might work, but it's black magic. It's like selling your soul to the devil. I'm serious. The devil doesn't care whether he has to kill you or crown you. And if you don't believe in God, I understand if you want to skip this portion of the video. But what I'm trying to tell you is that the devil doesn't care if he has to crown you or kill you, as long as he can keep you from going to heaven and your relationship with God. And casting spells is black magic. It is demonic, no matter what it seems like. But it was so good, and I got my ex back. Let me tell you right now, that is the worst possible thing you can do. There's no growth there. There's, this spiritual being that's demonic, that's going to enter into your life. And do you really want that? For me, it scares the hell out of me. It's not something I would ever do. And I'm constantly looking at the comments on my Facebook page to make sure it's not advertised there, because that's the last thing I would want for you. If things are not working in your relationship, it means something has to be fixed. And to cast a spell to fix it, just think about how ridiculous that sounds for a minute. No. I mean, a lot of the times we all want an easy fix, but does an easy fix last long? What does it do for you? It can actually dive you deeper into being desperate and alone. Okay, so I have now shared with you quite a bit And I am wondering if you guys enjoyed this topic, because I do spend a lot of my time counseling others, and I do research on relationships, and I read books, and I will watch certain YouTube videos and certain creators, and the dating advice that has been put out there, some of it's good, and I can even recommend some people for you to watch and follow, but a lot of it is just games. And it's ridiculous because they might work for a short period of time, but then you're ending up in a relationship that you temporarily fix that still has problems hidden that are going to arise at some point again, So the best dating and relationship advice I can give you is to be yourself. Everybody puts their best foot forward starting a relationship, and that's fine. You're going to need to be honest and make a conscious effort every day to make sure that you are honest and true to yourself and true to the person that you like. And you have to have a life of your own before you can join your life with someone else. And if you don't have those things, you're just not ready. And there's nothing wrong with that. Some people have such a need to be connected to another, to want to hug and kiss somebody and be with somebody because it gives you instant gratification. And those are all good things, but you need them to happen at the right time. And that will conclude this portion of my video. I am going to finish getting ready. But